you heard about the Extreme Games? For the first time ever, 9 same but different athletic contests never before brought together will be brought together here in small, scenic Rhode Island.
1995 perched right in the middle of the decade of extreme. That's extreme with a capital X. And TV was no exception. Amid the most sensationalized murder trial in history, some firmly Gen X reality shows premiered, and a handful of new comedies ushered in the mainstream rise of alt comedy, a surrealist tone which would come to define the decade. Whether you're into sitcoms, sci-fi, or indecent exposure on late-night talk shows, 1995 had something for everyone.
Ouch.
We're taking you through all of the television shows, news, and events of the 90s. This is Timeline TV.
Man, I'm pretty.
Can you solve who shot Mr. Burns? Because this one is all about 1995. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History channel and let us know in the comments below your favorite TV moments of 1995. Now, who's ready to relive the OJ Simpson trial?
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
The year kicked off on screen with the launch of a brand new television network, Warner Brothers Entertainment's WB network.
Gee, Daffy, I wonder who they're going to get to pull the switch.
Though it would go on to host all sorts of TV shows, the WB originally boasted just 4 sitcoms: The Wayans Brothers, The Parenthood, Unhappily Ever After, and Muscle.
What's up, frog?
Just 5 days later, on January 16th, the WB would face stiff competition from yet another new television network. UPN, or the United Paramount Network, began its voyage onto our screens with the 2-hour premiere of Star Trek Voyager, the next in a long line of TV shows set in the Star Trek universe. January 16th was a big day for TV. The same day UPN launched with the premiere of Voyager, a decidedly less future-focused show debuted in syndication.
You're the Cyclops.
Take a good look, because I'm the last thing you're ever gonna see.
Starring Kevin Sorbo as the titular Greek hero, Hercules, the legendary journeys spawned 6 seasons of television, endless merchandise,
He's Hercules! It's our power! He's Hercules!
and even a couple of spin-off TV shows. The first of those spin-offs was Xena, Warrior Princess, which was released a few months later on September 4th.
Hello, Xena.
Hello, Hercules. Looks like you're losing your touch.
The character, played by Lucy Lawless, was originally meant to be killed off in Hercules. Instead, she was so popular that she starred in 6 seasons of her own loosely mythological adventures. Sitcoms and soap operas had to take a back seat when the OJ Simpson trial began on the 24th. The ex-NFL star was on trial for the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman.
Did O.J. Simpson really kill Nicole Brown and Ronald Goldman? The evidence would show that the answer to the question is yes.
If the only evidence you have that this glove came from O.J. Simpson's home, that isn't enough evidence to convict a rat.
And TVs were flooded with live coverage of every day of the proceedings. The frenzy continued until, after 8 months of highly televised coverage of the O.J. Simpson murder trial, millions tuned in on October 3rd, 1995, to hear the verdict.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder.
Simpson was acquitted of all charges. That is, until 1997, when he was found liable for the crime in a civil lawsuit filed by the victims' families.
And we finally have justice for Ron and Nicole.
$5,000 if you answer your phone with the phrase that pays. So when your phone rings, don't say hello, say, well, blow me down!
On February 21st, Ted Danson appeared on the much-loved sitcom Frasier to reprise his role as Sam Malone from Cheers.
She's smart, she's funny, she's horny.
You know, Sam, it's always amazed me how you can elevate and demean in the same sentence.
The episode, the show where Sam shows up, addressed many of the nagging continuity issues of Frasier's past in the time between the 2 shows.
Hey, what did he tell you about me, Sam? The father.
He told me you were dead.
Dead? Well, we had an argument. Called me a stuffed shirt and hung up on me. I was mad.
Exactly 1 month later, on March 21st, the soon-to-be hit series News Radio debuted on NBC.
I heard your audition tape. Good stuff, good pipes, clean delivery.
I didn't send in a tape.
You're from Canada, eh?
The sitcom revolving around the office politics of a fictional radio station ran for 5 seasons and featured Dave Foley, Stephen Root, Andy Dick, Maura Tierney, Joe Rogan, and Phil Hartman. Just one day after the premiere of News Radio, the science fiction series Sliders slid onto Fox. But the show ultimately ended its 5-season run on the Sci-Fi Channel.
That's the entrance to a wormhole that runs between worlds. When you step inside, you slide through to another universe, completely distinct and separate from your own.
The show followed a group of characters, including Jerry O'Connell and John Rhys Davies, as they jumped through alternate universes, decades before Marvel even heard of the multiverse.
There may be hundreds, even thousands, of Earths, all coexisting on the same multidimensional space-time continuum.
In a stunning bit of television history, Drew Barrymore appeared on the David Letterman Show. For the host's birthday on April 12th, the 20-year-old actress brought Letterman flowers, gave him a kiss on the cheek, and danced on his desk and flashed him. Hey, it was his birthday. Letterman was dumbfounded, finding it difficult to segue into another topic, and the clip became one of the most infamous TV moments of the 90s. After almost a decade on the air, the legal drama Matlock, starring Andy Griffith as Grandpa Simpson's favorite lawyer, finally came to an end on May 7th, 1995. The show ran for a solid 9 seasons before being sentenced to cancellation. Fans thought that this would be the end of their favorite lawyer. But then, Matlock was rebooted on CBS almost 30 years after the original finale, starring Kathy Bates as the titular lawyer, in a universe where Matlock, the TV show, exists.
I'm Madeline Matlock. I'm a lawyer. Yes, Matlock, like the old TV show.
It's a little confusing.
On the next Star Search 95, last week's champions return to defend their titles.
Actually, I'm black, Jewish, and a woman, so every joke offends me.
Another TV show was put to rest on May 20th. The talent competition show Star Search lasted an astonishing 13 seasons, with its host Ed McMahon introducing the world to dozens of future stars.
Welcome Beyonce, the hip-hop rapping girls' time.
Aaliyah, Dave Chappelle, the Backstreet Boys, and countless others. As one show ends, another begins. Just over 2 weeks later, the dating game Singled Out premiered on MTV on June 5th, with Chris Hardwick and Jenny McCarthy playing host.
Jenny is the monkey wrangler for Singled Out.
I make sure everybody's having just a ball.
And you like to, and you punch the guys.
I do.
You like to... Ow.
Unfortunately for Hardwick, McCarthy's star took off much quicker than his own, and she left the show in 1997, allowing Carmen Electra to step in for the show's 3rd and final season. Next up was the premiere of a brand new reality TV show on July 19th. Pitched as a sister show to the real world, MTV's Road Rules stripped a group of strangers of their cash and forced them to live in an RV together. The simple premise turned out to be exceedingly popular, and the series ran for 14 seasons before driving off into the sunset in 2007. Later that fall, The Drew Carey Show rocked Cleveland for the first time on September 13th.
I didn't come in here to be insulted by some crew-cut jerk who thinks this job is his own personal beauty contest. You're a pig!
The show followed a fictionalized version of real-life comedian Drew Carey, meandering through life in Cleveland with his friends, played by Ryan Stiles, Diedrich Bader, and Krista Miller.
You asked me about my day.
Okay, Drew. How was your day?
It was lousy. It was like the rubber glove part of a physical exam.
The Simpsons Mystery Sweepstakes has begun, and people all over the country are choosing 1-800-COLLECT to make collect calls so that they and the person they call can be entered.
In one of the most anticipated episodes in sitcom history, The Simpsons aired the resolution to their Season 6 cliffhanger, Who Shot Mr. Burns, on September 17th.
But I could never shoot someone. Kuzo could not, Kuzo could not, Kuzo could not.
Kids, as far as Daddy's concerned, you're both potential murderers.
Serving as the Season 7 premiere, Who Shot Mr. Burns Part 2 finally revealed the culprit. Spoiler alert for a 30-year-old episode of television, it was Maggie. Aww. Her first attempted murder.
Arrest the baby!
Yeah, right, Pops. No jury in the world's gonna convict a baby. Maybe Texas.
Fox's teen drama TV show Party of Five received a new cast member on September 27th. During its 2nd season, the little-known Jennifer Love Hewitt joined the show as Sarah Reeves, a character who would remain a series mainstay for the rest of its 6-season run. 3 days later, Saturday Night Live changed forever when Will Ferrell joined the cast of Season 21. The fledgling comedian immediately made a name for himself in the very first sketch of the season, with his increasingly aggressive demands to get off the shed.
There's gonna be a meeting between your ass and the palm of my hand if you don't get off the shed!
From there, Ferrell became a main player. The X-Files found itself in the spotlight on the spookiest day of the year when it aired its 3rd season episode, Clyde Bruckman's Final Repose, on October 13th. Veteran actor Peter Boyle played Bruckman, a crotchety old psychic aiding in the search for a crazed killer.
How are you receiving this information about the body's location?
I just know.
But how do you know?
I don't know.
Brockman swiftly became a fan favorite character. Boyle was nominated for an Emmy, and the episode is still regarded as one of the best of the series. 2 days later, after the world fell for Brockman, television history was made yet again with the debut of MadTV.
You want to be on a TV show?
Sure, I got nothing better to do.
The sketch comedy show was made, not so subtly, as a way to ride the coattails of Saturday Night Live.
I believe we're gonna have to get medieval on your buttocks.
Surprisingly, the plan worked. MadTV ran for 14 seasons of critically acclaimed television, featuring future stars like Jordan Peele, Keegan-Michael Key, Orlando Jones, and several others before taking a bow in 2009. But as with so many of the shows on this list, MadTV was briefly rebooted for just 8 episodes in 2016 on the CW.
Must-See TV becomes NBC Starcross Thursday.
2.5 weeks later, NBC staged a crossover event between its smash hit show, Friends, and 2 of its other sitcoms.
My brother and his boyfriend have been trying to adopt for 3 years. What agency did you two go through?
The lead character from Caroline in the City appeared on Friends, while Friends characters Ross and Chandler appeared on The Single Guy and Caroline in the City, respectively. Now, if only they could make every show Friends. The same day, an iconic Seinfeld episode aired and spawned 2 decades of references and jokes. The season 7 episode, The Soup Nazi, about a militant soup stand owner played by Larry Thomas, was based on a real-life place in New York City called Soup Kitchen International.
Has anyone ever told you look exactly like Al Pacino?
Very good. You know something? No soup for you! Come back 1 year!
The next day, the surreal sketch comedy show Mr. Show with Bob and David, starring a then-unknown Bob Odenkirk and David Cross, made its debut on HBO.
Here's your chance to fight back. Just videotape yourself at home complaining about our show and send it in. If we use it, we might make you a star.
It lasted 4 seasons and was nominated for several Emmys. Finally, on the very last day of the year, Cartoon Network changed the way TV shows are greenlit by broadcasting the world premiere Toons Countdown call-in show.
Your job is simple. Watch the cartoons, call the 800 number, and vote for your favorite. Each toon has its own code, so pay attention.
The New Year's Eve special ran a series of animated shorts, encouraging viewers to call in and vote on which short they wanted to see made into a full-blown cartoon TV series. Ultimately, Dexter's Laboratory won out. And true to their word, Cartoon Network produced the show. Now that's genius. So what do you think? Was 1995 truly extreme, or just another year of TV? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, check out some of these other timeline videos.